Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Lazy Boys podcast. Patreon.com/LazyBoys. Have a look at this.
What are we looking at?
Oh, I thought you
sorry, I was going to be looking at.
You're not playing something in?
No.
Oh, right.
Play that video when you just showed me my link.
Can they not?
Here's some highlights of some past shows, and we just sit here.
Patreon.com
Just chain tops.
/LazyBoys. Just Lazy Boys, not Lazy Boys podcast.
That is correct.
/LazyBoys. You get the bonus episode called The Afters that we do right after this. We'll roll it on. It's a little bit wilder than even the main episode. And also there's exclusive tickets and stuff like our live show on the 21st of September in Nelson Mandela Hall.
Yeah.
I'm joined by none other. The what?
Is it Nelson Mandela Hall?
Yeah. If you have any
it is,
respect,
Do you
yeah.
think it was Winnie?
No. I thought it was Lord.
The good one. No. I was gonna say, no, what's it?
He the one leg, Lord Nelson.
Admiral.
But he became a Lord later, didn't he?
Hold on, but we're like
thanks for all your sailing
hold
and
on.
burn.
It's Mandela Hall. You're like Admiral Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
It's Nelson from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just
That's
fucking.
the worst
was
ever.
Marge. God rest her.
Oh, can I throw an impression out this early in the pod?
Yeah.
Something I'm working on.
Uh-huh.
Michael Bublé. You don't even. You shouldn't need to say it.
Young man.
There's no need to feel down. Come to James Saville's house. Right, here it is. I fell sitting down there. Okay, here it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I've stopped keeping track.
I knew it was going to be singing.
Yeah,
I
how
thought
do
it
you
was gonna be-
Michael Bublé talking?
Yeah,
Would you know
but-
his voice if he talked?
Oh, I'm
Let me close it.
Mickey Bublé.
You hot darling, come sit in my lap.
Your mum likes Christmas, doesn't she? Uncle Mickey's always around on Christmas.
My name's Mickey Bubbles. Young man,
My class, we sounded like Christy Moore when he talked.
would you like to blow bubbles?
Heard a song in December 1982.
I've only started seeing stuff of Christy
Hold
March
on. Where's the respect?
for Christy
It's a
March.
good impression.
From my, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only started. It's fine. You've got parts there. I would say keep going at it, but it's
Which is
fine.
not-
Don't
right
you
now.
fucking dare hit me with a keep going at it.
Keep
There's legs in it.
keep my gloves up, Rock. No, I mean it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's all right. It's all right.
No, it's good. It's a good boot.
it's
You would hear a
okay.
better
It
Bublé.
is a good Bublé.
Name one person you know that'll give you a better Bublé. As in
Michael
you
Do you,
actually
ever,
know.
do you ever see the videos of Michael Bublé bringing people up to sing and they can sing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He's
all.
like,
No,
is it all
that's
staged?
Yes.
You reckon?
Yes.
Ah, man, I really wanted to believe that
They have
it'd be
these
real for a while.
viral moments, you know. Whoever comes up and goes,
I would love it if that was true.
another summer day.
But no, because that does happen. Have you seen the ones where Beyonce, Beyonce's going into the crowd? Yeah, is it Halo she's singing
Halo,
or something?
yeah.
And this girl's just like,
But also, that's so slab Beyonce because she's mid very difficult note
Yeah.
of like ooh, and then this girl just gets it, it's like ah.
Have you ever seen the UFC fighter who picks the Halo game theme song to come out to? And he walks out and it's Beyonce Halo and he's like, for fuck's sake. And then he just goes
He
with
gets
it. He gets
into
really
it,
into
yeah.
it.
he won the fight, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that would psych your opponent out way more if you come out to
100%.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Did you ever see when Kendrick Lamar brought a girl on stage to do Good Kid, Mad City, and she was white,
Yep.
and she just drops the M word?
Yeah.
Too far.
Singing it though.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
about
that's
Chris?
old school rules.
We
I mean,
watched-
he stops it and goes, "Yeah, you can't do that." And
Oh, really?
Sits her down. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, you can't do that
She
word."
should have been like, "Don't you tell me what to do, you
That's the video we watched of Chris Brown in Germany recently doing a concert doing Freaky Friday. And the first verse of that, you know the song he has with
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky?
Oh yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah. He gets the crowd to sing along and it's there's a lot of
Lot of
bombs
M-bombs.
in it.
Yeah.
That's right. You okay, mate?
Yeah, I dropped my coffee.
Did you spill it?
No, it was empty.
Do you want me to pass you back up?
No, it's empty.
Okay.
You chinned that. What was that? A flat white?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
down
that,
there?
that, was,
cappuccino.
that was always cappuccino. That is the
Everything
temperature
alright at
down.
home? Don't answer.
No. No. Horrendous.
Rhetorical.
Horrendous.
yeah.
But Kendrick
Oh, no,
Lamar.
and it's a physical condition.
Yeah, you only get to pick one.
What, disability?
You're either struggling mentally or physically. You cannot have both.
You absolutely can have both.
Right. Sometimes the mental bit comes after the physical bit, or
And
vice
Keir
versa.
Starmer will take your money for both. Political, topical.
Right. What's he done now?
He's taking money off this.
Off you?
Is he?
He is. They're getting rid of. They're getting rid of. Like they're trying to take.
You have to pay him directly.
Yeah, they're taking money off the DLA because they need to fund the war. They're taking money off disabled people so they can go across the world
And
and
make
make
more.
more disabled people. Basically.
Yeah, and then be all, you can't come over here. What happened? We blew your house up.
but
and
then
you
you'll-
were-
Crawl back on that boat.
Aye.
you fucker.
But then you'll have more mates.
I don't want more mates. I hate when there's other disabled people, and I hate when there's other short people. I don't trust either of them.
Right.
You know this. I don't
Have you
trust
ever
short
been? Have
men.
you ever been in a room with a disabled person and you both like look at each other like who's more disabled? Kind of thing?
Do you know who you are? You know the
Does it become a dick swing competition?
Very rarely do I lose.
Yeah, but they
that.
can't really swing it.
The dick swing.
I'm
or
the alpha of the disabled people. Like,
Yeah, they can't really swing it.
yeah.
Get them swing the wee legs. God love him.
No, but do you know who you are? Do you know the wee guy in 300?
No, I've never seen it.
He's not. I'm more
Right,
him.
no.
To be fair, I'm more the guy in 300.
You're him because he rats on the boys and then feels bad about it. You know, like the way you don't
He's
like
no rat,
other
though.
short disabled
I wouldn't
He's
people.
rat.
no rat.
I wouldn't rat.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
scheme.
He's no rat. I know this guy 20 years.
He's a fucking good guy. He's not wearing a wire. That's his pacemaker. Yeah.
Imagine I did turn out to
He
be
ain't
a
wearing a
rat.
wire. That's his arm.
Like we're on the we're. Imagine I did turn out to be a rat. Like we're on the boat to Rathlin. You just find out I'm a rat, and I'm like, should I hide if I sit down, Mick?
That ain't no tape recorder. That's his rib cage.
Fuck is oh, be class.
I can't wait to see my ribcage again, which will probably be never.
So that's one thing when I started losing weight. I was like, I forgot you're meant to feel that.
Do you know your rib cage's cousin, Nicholas?
Class.
You flew too close to the sun.
That didn't even make sense as a sentence.
Admiral Nelson Mandela Hall.
Yeah, we're not all winning. I mean, not every day is golden.
It's a third of the week. We're fucked.
I know.
You're getting what you get at this point.
What have you been up to then?
I think we're motoring on nicely. This hasn't felt tough doing loads of episodes in a week before you go to Australia. I mean, we didn't know also before you went to Dinsey would fit in so well. If we had known, probably just
Oh,
win the bank.
it's another fat guy would have been all right. Like,
Dinsey is outgoing.
he is bubbly. He is.
If these podcast numbers drop, I'm stopping those epic getting fat again. That is the secret to success.
It's not. Arenas, pubs. And quite often they tell me to shut up in those pubs. I haven't even booked me. It's not doing a wee turn.
Remember, you nearly got arrested at the Hart Bar for dancing during COVID.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That was your peak.
That was me starting a rebellion. That's whenever I thought, yeah.
That was nuts because if you look at that on paper, it's nothing. But at the time, it felt like you were a war criminal. I remember watching it being like, how's he do?
I
How's he
felt
done
like
that?
Rosa Parks.
Did you feel so liberated when you were doing that?
Yeah, it was to be only because. So for anyone who doesn't know or remember, what happened was they brought out a rule where there was live music in a bar, but you still had to sit at your table, and you could walk to the toilet. But if you were walking to the toilet with a bit of groove on, there was a bouncer who would run over and go, "You can't dance."
It's like school, no running in the playground.
Yeah, but it was like being over policed at the time because you're like, I'm still just walking to the toilet. I'm just having a wee boogie. And then what happened was every so often somebody would stand up and do a wee boogie at their table, and a bouncer would run over and go, "Sit the fuck down." And then I was like, "Come on, we'll all just fucking start it." And then I started dancing. And then I had a shot and I ran up to the front of it and I did a wee fucking jig. And then as they were throwing me out, they went to throw me out the fire escape, but there was a padlock on it. So they had to throw me out the front door. And
Past
everybody was cheering. So I thought, well, they're all cheering. I may as well dance again. Right? But also secretly, I did want to go home because I was pissed. And the girl I was going out with was like, "No, I'm having a great night." And I was like, "Well, I know how to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. So 80s.
Bust a move. Get kicked out.
So like
Bartlett's evacuation plan, the YMCA.
Yeah.
So
So you want
like-
to see me during the Blitz with a disco ball?
you're like a wee 80s movie hero. You're like, they can't stop all of us from dancing.
Yeah.
But I
Come on,
thought
everybody.
I was like, "Come on, guys," and they were like, "Yeah, Mick, we'll follow you." And then everyone just sat down.
But it was one of those because everyone was getting angry at the bouncers and stuff for like
It wasn't the
over.
bouncer's fault. Like,
No, yeah.
yeah.
Every bar owner was shitting themselves because they're like, we will get shut down and we
Yeah.
can't afford to. But everyone was like, "See, it's a police state. They're trying to control us." It's not footloose.
Aye, no, it was.
We weren't
like,
banning dancing.
yeah,
It was just everyone was shit scared.
Yeah. Also, I'm not saying I was like trying to fucking stop lockdown through dance. I just was pissed.
Oh,
I
by the
know-
way, the way he said it, not like I was starting a revolution or anything with my
I didn't
moves.
say it like that. If I said it like that, I'd have fucking meant it. That's how you get them. One moonwalk at a time.
I'm not going to get vaccinated. I'll just dance it out of me.
Fucking right. Here, didn't get it. No, wait. Still here, bar.
Barely.
Well, no, quite a lot of me still here.
You look great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But back then, I know a guy who owns a pub. Do you remember there's a pub where you had to serve food?
Yeah.
Substantial meal.
Yeah, and he just had a chip pan on at all times to the point where he was like, "This is a fire hazard." Because
Yeah.
I'm not like if the cops come in, I'm just going to throw chips out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Topical. Dumbest rules over COVID.
Yes.
Oh man, how many? There were so many of them. Were so not even that they were dumb. There was ones that I like annoyed me in terms of like. Remember they had the arrows in shopping centres, so you had to walk in one direction.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
You're insecure.
I fucking knew it.
What about Michael Bublé? Don't know what for.
Yeah.
You're turning
But
They
head.
all went straight over a balcony.
No, but I went to. I went to my local Sainsbury's, rest in peace, and
Sainsbury's still going.
not my local one, and
Really?
it's a JD Sports now. But they're taking the arrows up to like because they've been walked over, so they basically need to put new arrows down. So in the 20 minutes there was no arrows, everybody started walking all over the place, again, and I was like, "These not fucking. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Like I'm the one who's going. Will you back the fuck away from me?" There was tons of them. Like
The 1 hour of, like, basically you're allowed out of your house for an hour.
yeah.
It's absolutely mental.
But again,
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things here. Well, in where I live, like or at the time lived in the countryside, it wasn't that big a deal because you were like, there's nobody about. It's outside it's the country. You can dander around. But I've mates that lived in London that were like, this is insane.
Yeah.
So Kai Humphries and his wife went out to the park near where they lived, and they were hitting boxing pads. And a cop came over and was like, "You can't do that because you're blowing out too much. You can do that in your back garden." And he's like, "My back garden is so close to my neighbour's back garden that I'd be closer to them
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
I am here in the middle of a park with nobody talking to me." And the
Yeah.
cop was like, rules. Like, but I think it was just confusing for everybody.
It
And
was
it changed
just-
so quickly that like,
No one knew what to do.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it was a fucking Machiavellian plan that some people thought it was.
Yeah,
It was just confusion.
Yeah.
I remember being scared because we did a gig in London like the day before lockdown came into effect.
That's right.
Me, McKegney, McCartney, Geordie, Vittorio. And that's what scared me because we were walking around London and
was
it was
empty.
like 20
Yeah.
days later. Like me and McKegney dressed up as the Queen and Diana and went to Buckingham Palace just because we thought it'd be a good laugh. Got there, no one was there. We were like, this is scary. So we were
Was
just
the flag up?
Flag was up.
Well, she was there then.
I just one answering.
Yeah.
We were doing rap with Thor.
Lizzie!
I
Lizzie!
was going rap dressed as Diana, be like, ooh. Parking's a nightmare. Fuck's sake, what's on?
know what you did. Yeah, there were some of them really were like just daft.
Yeah.
Do you know, like there was one time where because the opened hotel, so because I was living with mum and dad's, I'd go to a hotel and like just fucking get piss and write jokes.
I remember you got kicked
I got
out
a
of the
fine.
EasyJet hotel.
No, but I didn't get kicked out. So basically, what happened was the police came to the door, and I was like trying to pretend that I was writing for a podcast.
What were you? Were you just going to hotels, just get out of the house?
Yeah. So the one that I was in was like it
And
was
drain yourself?
drain myself completely, like porn with no headphones. What a fucking luxury. So,
Surround sound.
I mean, I watch porn. If they're wearing headphones and porn, I can't do it.
Ah, yeah.
But so the hotel I was in, basically, you got your key sent to your phone, so you didn't talk to anybody. So you would just bleep through the hotel and get into your room, and you were there, 2 bottles of wine, a couple of sausages, good times, right? So the police came to the door of the hotel, were like, "You're not supposed to be here." And I went, "I know, I live with my parents. I'm here for work. Technically, you know, it's a bit of a loophole, but I can't get peace and quiet to do stuff." And the policeman was like, right, the hotel's reserved for like homeless people or people that need the accommodation, people actually on work trips. And I was trying to argue the case that it was like, no, technically I'm at work. So he went, "I'm going to have to go and ask my sergeant because I don't know," right? So he came back about midnight and I was hammered, right? All purple teeth and all.
Yeah.
That's what the strippers are here. Yeah. Right.
He's
And-
like, everyone else at the party will need to. Oh.
But the thing about it was like midnight, so he like came to the door again and he went, "Look, I'm really sorry about this, but you're going to have to leave the hotel because you're not supposed to be here, so you have to go home." And I went, "Well, I'm drunk and the trains have stopped, so technically that renders me homeless, therefore I qualify to be here." And he went, "Oh, fuck, will you just pay the fine, mate?"
I love how you turned into Johnny Cochran when you're hammered.
I went, "Yeah, man, I'm dead smart when I'm drunk. Sober, that's why I drink so much. So I can fix stuff."
Mr.
That's how the
Loophole.
vaccine was invented. Me in the house. No, we should do.
You went to see 28 Days Later?
20
years
weeks,
later?
years later,
Years.
yes.
Weeks? Or years?
Years, I got it wrong. 28 years later.
So the first movie was 28 Days Later?
Yeah, first
I
movie was
saw that.
28 Days.
Yeah. Oh, 28 days?
Then it was 28 days later. Then 28 weeks later. 28 days though is like pre-zombie apocalypse, all about dresses and stuff. I think Sandra Bullock's in it.
So I saw the Cillian Murphy one. What's that?
28 days later.
Right. I saw that. I've not seen any more.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing is it's not good. It was shot in the Nokia or something.
They did it on iPhones or something. But I think you can see some of the scenes that were done on iPhones.
Yeah.
Because they're freaky to watch in the cinema because it's all like shaky and fucking.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. Those
Yeah.
ones, yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's a really, really good movie. It's just, it's not like a great sequel because it's apparently it's a new trilogy.
Yes.
Like Gladiator.
Yeah, like Gladiator 2, for example, perfect sequel. Do you know what I mean, Dan? You'll agree. You'll agree, Dan.
I need to watch this just to settle this debate.
It's great.
You don't need to sell it.
You,
Mickey's a bollocks.
it's class. So good.
I'll watch it.
It is so good. Like
But like the first
you don't
two,
even miss Russell Crowe.
No? Didn't
You
even
forget
know
about him. You actually forget about the
He's
first movie.
forgettable in the
It's-
first one, isn't
Yeah,
he?
it's so good. You go.
Who gives a fuck?
Why is this called 2? This should be Gladiator 1.
Yeah.
Erase the old one. It's,
Right.
it's a masterpiece. Brilliant.
Yeah. But the the
Twat.
first two 28 movies, they're like it's kind of like what would happen if zombies happened right now, like today. And then this one is kind of like they've had time to live with the zombies. So it's like a
House you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that down, you.
There's him out of it again. Brains.
Yeah, the
You
zombies,
have no brains in your own fucking head, dickhead.
zombies are like trying to get the vote and all. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
very
yeah.
political movie.
There's all trans zombies and all.
Trying to think of wordplay.
I'm a zombie, actually.
Zombie, it's great.
Zombies and zombie girls.
Zombie him.
I'm ZZ Zomb. I just farted.
I don't think a clever wordplay. LazyBoyz Patreon available now.
So that was one of those ones where I was like, I couldn't control that.
Come hear us name movies and then fart.
And you know what it's got to? These zombies are going to be trans now.
These zombies going to be marrying their dogs. Fuck shit.
Fuck, I've been working years. These zombies are getting hotel rooms for fucking free. Zombies are doing Glastonbury this year, saying death to humans. And all you young ones are agreeing with it.
Kneecap out there chewing kneecap. Fuck shit.
So the zombies have taken over.
So I think right. My wee theory on it is, do you know in the second one? So in the second one, basically, bit of a spoiler alert. There's a woman who's like immune to the zombie virus, right?
Yep.
But she spreads it to her husband, and then her husband starts stalking his own kids, right? So
Hold on.
It's the way she spreads it so funny because
Can I clarify something first?
yeah.
She has this thing that means she can't become a zombie,
Yep.
yeah, but she can still
She
carry the
passes-
virus.
but she passes that to her husband that he
Yeah.
can't get
so
it. Or
basically, the start of the movie is like she gets fucking bitten by zombies, and her husband does a runner, right? And then it's 28 weeks later. So 28 weeks later, then
was
their
she
kids.
the Scottish guy's wife?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
She was Begbie's
Right.
wife.
So here, posture Begbie. Are these Protestant zombies, Andy? Or Catholic zombies?
These zombies can run, fuck sake.
Mervyn, we better run.
You're looking brains, you'll not find any here.
Ma's been bit by a zombie, da. That's Kyle laughing.
He calls a zombie down like, Carl.
That's mental because the thing at one of the scenes I remember from the first one is the zombies are coming into the room and she's basically like, run, or he's basically like,
there's a wee lad upstairs that she
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
to save. And
He's eating
Begbie's
spaghetti
like,
with his hands, the wee animal.
yeah, and Begbie's like, what are you doing, you dumb bitch, run.
he's basically, but then the dad's basically like, fuck, I have to leave her. So I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's so interesting that then, because you assume, oh, she becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So then they find her, and her. So her kids, they break the quarantine and go to their old house to get some stuff, and she's in the old house, right? So then
She just living like a normal person.
she's like, well, she's a bit ratty. Like there's no running water or anything.
Oh, yeah.
She's been eating beans and all. Right, place is stinking. She's like, "Whoa, excuse me, great to see you." So,
The magical fruit.
but there's a thing where they have her like strapped to this bed. They're doing all these tests on her, and her husband has magically
Hold on,
got
who's doing these
clearance.
tests on her?
The government,
Yeah.
the army, whatever. And then her husband goes in to see her, and they go with each other. But her saliva gives him the virus.
That's what I love though, because she's sitting there and they go, she's okay, but you can't touch her. And his first opportunity, he's like,
"Come here,
"It's
you
been 28
dirty."
weeks."
Is that
I
how
thought
it
you were
must
dead,
be?
fucker.
28 weeks.
28 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
So then he becomes a zombie, sticks his thumbs in her eyes, kills her. It's mad. Yeah, it's a bit fucking gruesome.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then the two. So the wee fella has the son has the same eye pigmentation as the mum. So that's a wee bit of foreshadowing. Then he gets bit later on, and he's like, no, I think I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm grand. And then the end of it is they go to Paris, and you see these zombies running about Paris for a split second.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Like Le Brands. That's brains in French. So then it's 28 years later, right? So my wee theory is that whatever.
Why did they go to France?
Because
Fancy the wee holiday.
Yeah. It was
Euro Disney?
He does. Euro, doesn't he? Doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
makes no sense.
I would love to see a scene where zombies are just rampaging through Euro Disney on It's a Small World.
But they don't have fast passes queued for
Yeah,
hours.
they're just standing there. Oh. Mickey Mouse hat now.
Yeah, they're embarrassed when you see them.
Yeah.
Are you at Disney?
Yeah. Yeah. They're all fuming because it's €15 for a slush puppy.
Star Wars bit isn't even open yet, fuck's sake. But so then so
You're
what we're talking about.
You're like, you're loving this, and then you look at the photos I'll print it out.
See the water sliding up.
You were in a poncho, you fucking dick.
Just get wet to be alright.
Virgins.
Why is there only 5 dwarves left? Greedy bastard. Your eyes are bigger than your belly, fuck's sake.
Oh, your eyes are in your belly.
So what's your theory?
So my theory is because somebody said that they completely wipe out the second movie, what didn't happen, but there's footage of the second movie in the 28 years later.
Yep.
So my theory is that the virus that she has that passes on to him is slightly different. Therefore, they're able to evolve. Because at the end of 28 days later, the zombies all starve to death.
Yep.
So after 56 days, they're all the zombies are starving.
Yeah.
So my theory is that that's why it's able to evolve, is because we slightly different strain of the virus.
But why are people not getting, when they're like the wipe that they openly address that in the movie? They say they contained
Yeah,
the
but a
outbreak,
lot of
and
people-
then they've just go,
But that
you
was
can't
like-
go to Britain.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is going to be a proper sequel," and then
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, it doesn't." It's the same as like, do you know how in Cobra Kai, Johnny is like, Danielson shouldn't have hit me in the face. It was an illegal kick.
Yeah.
It isn't, because at the start of the fucking tournament, the girl goes to Danny. You can hit him in the head, face to the body.
Yeah.
So it's not illegal. It was.
So does Britain
I
become
have
like
a lot of free time.
a
A contained zone. You can't, if you set foot in Britain,
You're left there.
You're left there. They will not come and get you. So there's
So
like
the zombies are still there?
zombies.
Yeah.
That's why it's cordoned off.
But are any humans still there?
Yeah, there's still humans
There's
there.
still a few of them knocking about.
Why?
Can't get out.
Can't
Can't
get
get
out.
out. There's no one to pick them up.
Oh, right. I thought you meant just Patriots.
just one.
Farage.
Yeah.
Just Farage, like.
I was
Farage
born,
and Tommy Robinson being
Yeah.
like, nah.
just I was born here. I'll die here. I also love it set. In
I was
Newcastle.
born in Carlisle, but I was made in the zombie apocalypse.
It's the Geordie accents throw me off too.
So do you think someone
Yeah.
just got a conservatory done? They're like, nah, fuck it.
Aye, yeah.
I'm getting the use out of this.
Aye.
15 grand?
Aye. The house price is going to go back up any minute. Like. Any minute. Remember 2008?
Now's the
Fucking-
time to buy. No one's buying during the zombie apocalypse. All the realtors are eating. They get in.
So everybody's basically in France. So does 28 years later,
Yep.
is there zombies still?
Yeah.
Yep. And they've evolved. There's alpha zombies who are
In France, is this?
Packing hate.
Britain.
No, it's in Britain.
Set in
So
Britain.
that, basically, the story is there's a wee village of people on an island off Britain, and 2 of them have to go in to get like fucking
supplies and stuff.
yeah.
I love that so much. But I can't take it. I can't take it seriously. I love it so much. I love it and I hate it.
That was the stupidest thing.
I'd also love the zombie movie if you could just scare them. They're like,
Ah!
"Ah."
So yeah, so the father and son have to go in to get like.
You've broken Shane.
You okay? Did you get enough sleep last night? And then yeah, hilarity ensues.
Yeah. But the acting throws you out because it's the exact same accents as in Gold, the movie. So they're all just like, oh, you can't go there. It's the mainland.
Chock-a-block with zombies, bit.
With Gaza, you wouldn't know. If Paul Gascoigne was walking down the street, you wouldn't know what side he was on.
The Geordie accent's that strong. I'm half expecting them. See, when they go into the mainland through the forest, I'm like, Gaza will be there.
Yeah.
No.
And that coked up, he's running past the zombies. Zombies can't even catch
So
him.
they'd go to catch him, they'd be like, give me a ball, and just start doing tricks, and they'd be like,
Have the zombies ever got off Britain to go anywhere else?
no.
So at the end of 28 weeks later, there's a few of them knocking about France, but they managed to like get rid of them. But then they're like, Britain's fucked.
Yeah.
And then it's just genuinely a good film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like even if you watch it, like if you forget about the first two, go, this is actually a fucking really good movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I think I love a zombie movie, but most of them have followed the same sort of like the sequels are all kind of like, how do we make this worse? Oh, we'll get the army involved, and then there's like the government fucking need the zombie virus, or it's
Do
like
people in France just get on with everyday life now?
yeah.
It's totally
so
normal
one of
now?
the characters is a Swedish soldier who has an iPhone, and the wee lad's like, the fuck's that? Because he's never seen one.
He has a photo of his fiancée, and he's like, she's fucking
Yeah,
stinking.
because she's got fake lips and fake tits, and he's like, what the fuck's wrong with her
Yeah.
face? It's really, really good. Jodie Comer's brilliant in it.
Yeah.
Like the acting's all fucking great.
Aaron Taylor Johnson
is brilliant in
does
it.
a great Geordie.
Yeah.
I
Think
forgot
Kilby
it was him.
Bond?
I'd love this. I think he's
He'd be a good
fucking
Bond.
brilliant.
Think so?
He's owed a good run at a movie too. Like,
Yeah. I
do you know what
loved
mean?
him since
I always forget he was Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
But that, like,
Yes, me too.
I haven't watched Craven the Hunter, but I don't think it.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But
I reckon a Bond would be a good
What do
fucking
you mean you
film.
don't want to see it? What's wrong with that movie that you don't want to see?
It's Sony making Marvel movies and they never work out well.
But it's like making movies out of Spider-Man side characters, and Craven the Hunter isn't even like top 5 most Spider-Man.
Oh, he's Craven the Hunter. He's not
his name is
It's like, look at him.
yeah, guy catching a fish. He's like,
See the way he pulled that bow on
They bring you Triple H naked. Yum yum.
Or he's watching videos of
He
fellas in
liked Dexter's
Ballymena.
wee wrestling reference. Did you like them?
Pedophile the Hunter, there's a movie I'd watch.
Craven the Pedophile
Pedo
Hunter?
Hunters the movie would be fucking
Yeah.
great. That'd be so good.
There's
I'd
one
watch
left.
The original pedo. Young man! Yet Saville comes back.
That's how 28 years
been
later
waiting for
ends.
300
years!
As a
Yeah.
zombie.
That's how 28 years later ends.
With Jimmy
So,
Savile.
right, and here's the
Zombie
story
Jimmy
behind it. So basically,
Jimmy Savile.
you see this...
Jingle jangle.
You see this wee lad at the start of it, right, who escapes from all these zombies. And do you know the reason? So at the end of it, right, a bunch of people in their 30s dressed like Jimmy Savile fight zombies with like parkour and kung fu, right? And it's
Just Battle of the Bone.
No, I swear to fuck, it's completely out of. You go, what the? It makes no sense. But then I was reading up on it, and it's basically the wee lad. So you think the wee lad is. This is a complete spoiler. You think the wee lad is Aaron Taylor Johnson, but it's not. Right.
Right.
So the whole way through the movie, you're like, well, that's the wee lad from the start, and then turns out isn't.
Yeah.
But the reason that they're all dressed as Jimmy Savile is because the people making the movie basically went, he wasn't caught until after this is supposed to have happened, so they all think he's a legend.
Yeah.
So it's like all these kids
and he's
that
a
grew
young
up,
kid, so he would have been on TV and looked up the Jimmy Savile all the
That's
time.
Great.
So they love they love the Teletubbies, they love the Power Rangers, and they love Jimmy Savile.
yeah. And then there's like 30 seconds at the end where they're just annihilating zombies
It's-
because they've been living their whole lives fighting zombies.
It ends with Jimmy
And you-
Savile's Power Rangers. I
Yeah.
swear to fuck.
But you walk out of the cinema like, what the fuck was that?
What's a reaction been to the movie? Do most people love it?
Everybody's in stitches. No, I think the reaction to the movie's been a bit mixed, hasn't it?
Some people have hated it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking great. Everyone's slagging off that bit at the end. I'm like, you need a bit of that.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
And
at
it
the
also
end.
takes the piss out of like zombie movie sequels because that's kind of
Where
usually
they
what
get to,
happens. Like,
yeah. It's just out of
Like-
nowhere. Jimmy Savile appears. He's
Yeah.
like, you need a bit of help.
doing a front flip, like, and then he's got a tiara on as well.
He's like, hold, fucking go. I'm like, I'm in. That's the
It
coolest.
should have been the start of the movie.
How would we fare in a zombie apocalypse?
It's the same.
Have you seen it?
It's the same where Jimmy Savile's beating the fuck out of zombies and the Power Rangers theme's playing.
Yeah.
So it's like, go, go, Power Rangers. Dee-dee-dee. And Jimmy Savile's just like fucking spearing zombies through the head.
It's
It's
class.
amazing.
It's so good. Like,
How would we fare?
How would the three of us fare in a zombie apocalypse? Say we're together,
yeah.
right? How would we do?
I honestly think I'd go, "Use boys run. I'll take them on," and then immediately get wiped out.
No, you leave stuff early. Like you'd say to us, like, let's gear up and everything,
Aye.
and then you'd just be
No,
gone.
no, I reckon what would happen to me is there'd be one zombie walking past with like her top ripped, and I'd say a Diddy and be like, huh? And then the zombies would go, he's one of us, leave him alone.
Do you know how you die in a zombie movie? Say we're trapped.
I guess.
We're trapped in a building. Say we get locked in a bar, Shaun of the Dead style, right?
Right.
Zombies are all around it.
After an hour, the bars mix like boys were
So I was gonna
no
say,
supplies.
There's a way for us to get out. Someone has to hold them off. Mick will go, you lads go ahead. And then you do that thing they do in movies where they're like, one last drink. And then it cuts to the zombies getting in, you're just plastered. You haven't ammoed up, you haven't geared up. You're just rocking lines.
What are you after, red man? I get you a pint. Be like,
Zombies come in, you're by yourself, topless, like,
and end up
Come
king
on,
of the-
Eileen, on
and
the
end up
jukebox.
king of the zombies. You just come back 20 minutes later and be all, this is Davey. He's fucking son.
you have your arm around
Stop that, Davey.
you have your arm around a zombie going, thing about the industry is, right?
Is it funny? I'm not against diversity. I'm just saying pick the funniest one. You're a bag of nuts, mate.
University of Ulster. He keeps trying to give me a hickey, his dirty bastard.
Fucking queer.
I would, you'd be resilient. You could be left in, like, places for a long time where you'd be like, he'll be dead by now. You open it up.
I reckon
alive.
somebody would say, Shane, unfortunately,
Every time you open the door, I'm like, what's happening?
they'd say to you, Shane, they've shut the water off, so you have to shit outside and you just shoot yourself.
I just put salt and pepper over me instead of the zombies, like, tuck in there.
Do you know, I know for a fact I'd be the one that's like I can get away, but at the risk of everyone else, and I'd be like, see ya.
Yeah.
I would be such a
I
wee
reckon
bastard.
I'd try something that I've seen in a zombie movie, and then it
Yeah.
wouldn't work, and I'd be
You're-
like, fuck
you're-
again.
You've seen so many movies about, like, lone wolves and mavericks and stuff. You'd be better on your own. Surprisingly, I actually think we'd work well as a team.
Yeah, we would.
I think we'd work all right as a team.
Yeah.
We've been on tour. We've travelled that
Yeah.
much together that, like, we'd be all right.
I would all meet each other 28 days later, dressed as various famous pedophiles. I'm just wearing a Gary Glitter wig and platforms.
Yeah.
I look at Willie. I'm like, only fools and horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think you're alone? You hear in the distance, you plonker, it's me. Bonjour,
There's a
Mickey.
wee yellow van with barbed wire all around it.
Your corner, just a van, Moja loads them down. Push. which famous pedo are you being in the
Dilly
apocalypse?
covered in baby oil, so I can't get him.
Here. He's a free man.
He's free man, yeah.
Well, nah, he's guilty of. He's been guilty on two of the 5 charges, isn't that right?
Aye,
But he's still getting out in the
yeah, I
discussing
think
bail.
He'll only.
As we're recording
Gareth
this, things
Bale?
will have changed.
Ian Bill. As we're recording these.
Like, it'll have all changed by the time this comes out, so...
Oh, really?
Oh, Dan's on the inside.
As it
Literally.
stands, I
Well,
read
'cause the
he's
court case
only
hasn't
gonna have to
finished.
do time served, so he'll get out because he's already served time.
That's mad.
I'm raging because I had the headline
bet on it?
"Bad Boy Gets Life" in the can for ages, and I can't use it.
Do you sell headlines to the Sun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know. From what I was reading, it was very much like he's got convicted of this charge, but how does this charge not mean you're doing that? So it's like transportation for prostitution,
Isn't
but
it the
then
same as human trafficking, apparently?
but then not the trafficking part of it.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like
So it's he gave them a lift, but he didn't order them. Is that?
Yeah, he paid for the Uber, but not of his account, kind of thing.
Yeah.
it's a bit like
It's
me
like I
ta-
sorted a minibus
Yeah.
for all these.
It's like taking a
prostitutes.
Jet 2 shuttle from Tenerife airport to Place Las Americas, and but you're not. They're like, oh no, we don't think you're actually staying in this hotel. Well, what are
Yeah.
you doing in the shuttle?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
It's exactly like that.
But they
Isn't it?
summed it all up perfectly.
Yeah.
But they needed to get all 5 of them to get him on the RICO charge.
Oh, right, okay.
So he won't get the way there's the RICO charge against him. They won't, and that was the big one that was going to put him away for life. And now he won't get that.
It's I don't know. I start getting all like,
Yo,
they're all at it, man.
see when he gets out.
Apparently, he still faces up to 20 years in prison,
Oh,
All right.
but it won't be sentenced until October.
tell you what, see when he gets out, some fucking do. Some party
Oh
for
my
him.
god. Yeah.
And
He,
he'll
he'll
go,
have learned nothing.
he'll go,
Right.
hey, no messing at this party.
yeah.
It'll be a green party. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, not white party. That's weird as fuck. We would do that. Camouflage.
Do you reckon he'll get back and they'll be like, having a party for you? And he's like, no, I'm changed, man. Don't do that anymore.
We bottle of Johnson Johnson. Go ahead.
It's mad. Like,
It's the
Do you reckon that he just has enough money to have been able to sort of pay people off and be like, "That's
there was rumors that he's like threatened jury members and shit.
because that's
I mean, I've started these rumors
but
here right now.
But
but there's
if
rumours.
he has been doing something similar to like Epstein, it is a thing of like, come on here, we'll not tell anybody, but there's a camera set up, so he's like, if I'm going down, you're fucking coming with
Well,
me.
there's that mad. I don't know if I've talked about this podcast before, but there's that mad video, like a TMZ video or whatever, where he's meeting up with Bieber not that long ago,
Yeah.
and he checks him for a wire.
Oh, he's like doing, like he's patting down.
People are like, that has to be what it is.
Yeah.
He's literally like shaking hands with him,
Yeah.
and then he's like, as he's chatting to him, he's like properly like checking him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
that's
like- yeah.
fucking.
He's not invading the script. Being like, right, Mickey, how are you? Yeah, okay,
Aye.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's
It's like I'm not wearing a wire. He's like, oh no,
You've still got one. But
Bieber undercover, like.
I know.
yeah, have you seen the thing where like Denzel talking about Diddy parties, where he's like, if you're at a party and Diddy turns up, you just go home.
Well, he says,
Like-
but that's the thing. He was when he said at the time, he's talking about before the devil
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
up.
Yep.
He didn't say did he?
Yeah,
But now everybody's like, well, that's who he's
You
talking
gotta leave a party before the devil shows up.
I can't imagine.
You
Denzel
motherfucker! But his
being
Uber
afraid-
doesn't show up. You motherfucker! All right.
Denzel's basically going, show up, have a volavant, leave before it gets messy.
Aye, show your face.
Yeah.
Denzel's intense. He's like, here, you may drink that up because the devil's arriving in 10 minutes. Couldn't enjoy your night.
Imagine it was the actual devil turned up. Then he's like, what the fuck you doing here, white boy?
Devil shows like you weren't a wire. God's after me here, fuck's sake.
You smell like sulfur.
I love the idea though that just Denzel is like the guy who's like, do you know when you're at an afters and someone's like, can we get a bag in? Denzel's the one going, nah, I'm away home. This leads to nothing good. Like,
Aye.
do you know what I mean? That's who
I'm the
I'm,
Denzel.
You're
of
the
us.
Denzel. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Always said that.
Yeah.
I'm the Meek Mill.
Yeah, yeah.
Me in a wee swimming pool after.
Meek Mill, weak will.
Is that a...
You're weak will. I mean, you'll just
No,
give
he's
up
weak
anything.
will.
No, he's Meek Mill. He's Meek Mill. You're weak will.
Try me. Try me.
Come on.
This is so juvenile. He was doing the Empire Tuesday night and nobody was laughing. And I was like,
I did it to Ian Thompson. He just slapped me in the face. I went to him like high five. He went, I was like, I'm only messing. Did it again. He just fucking cracked me. I was like, all right,
How hard?
very.
Show
That
me,
was pretty
genuinely
hard.
show me how hard. Denzel.
You motherfucker.
Now you've a wee lone wolf. Aww.
That's good podcast content. Me miming, snogging a wolf.
yeah.
Right,
That's
let's-
you in the zombie apocalypse. I'll be back in a minute.
me and Mickey are down and out, backs against the walls. We just release our wolves on the zombies.
We're going to get zombie high five. Nah, zombies out.
And he's so embarrassed.
Me go home.
Oh, that'd be me. Like we're like trying to climb up into the loft of a house. And I'm like, take my hand, Mickey. Take my.
Just at the last moment, you something in the back of your shoe. Woo. Go back for your gay card.
Lads, we need to get to the capital of Thailand. What's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok, dickhead.
Right, let's get to the serious question. This is getting a bit heavy. Let's roll with that. What do you sleep in?
A bed, mate. Sometimes just hang upside down. Wait.
In the summer, I sleep. It's too warm. I sleep naked.
Do you?
But I hate sleeping naked and it's too warm. And you know when you put a leg over the covers, I just feel like a wee slut.
Who's the covers? Yeah, I know what you mean, but
But like you're sleeping naked, like leg out, and I just look like if there is a boogeyman, it looks like he's got to come into
I-
my room.
I-
And I'm like,
it's an offer. Yeah.
I cannot sleep naked.
no,
I just feel like my ghoulies are rolling about. If they're going to fall out of my...
you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I feel like my ghoulies are going to fall out of my scrot. I'm going to wake up in the morning like, oh, fuck, put them back in.
You wake up in the morning, hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Too much freedom.
I just because I sleep in my stomach, so everything gets mashed about.
You
So
shouldn't.
you need a pair. I know apparently, but I needed boxer briefs to keep everything where it is.
Yeah. Do you have any tricks to fall asleep when you can't?
Sean McComb holding your balls in. Boxers
Boxer
stole
briefs.
everything.
That's decent.
Um,
His hands are way too big though.
I just sleep in a pair of pants, like we pair of boxers,
Yeah.
no problem.
Are they yours or
All
do you
year
stick on a
round.
wee
In
thong?
winter as well. In
Oh,
winter,
yeah, yeah,
winter,
yeah.
I'll allow myself a wee pair of like lounge bottoms and a tank top.
No, not in bed, man.
But I'll allow myself that.
I like it being cold when I'm sleeping. Like.
See, no, I'll say this, even in summer, even if I'm in fucking Spain, I'm under the covers. Even if it's 20, 30 degrees at night, I'm still under the covers.
Agree. I couldn't sleep on top of the bed.
Yeah.
No covers over me.
Really? I don't even like my leg. I do feel like a monster's going to get me.
Yeah.
So even if it's roasting and I put one leg out to get a wee bit of refreshment, I'll do it for a bit and then immediately tuck it back. And I make a wee burrito under my feet. So I'll like lift my feet up and the blanket goes under and you snap it down.
Right.
Get a wee.
That's great when you make that burrito just by kicking the covers up.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
straight under. And we do it first time too. You're like nailed it.
Yeah.
I can't understand
Chinese writing.
guys who sleep in pajamas.
Yeah, I've never understood.
That. I don't respect.
I don't trust it.
No.
If you're sleeping in a full 3-piece suit in bed, I just think it's all.
No, that's not pajamas.
No, like them full pajamas,
Yes.
like long
Yes.
sleeve, long.
Just
leg
someone
pajamas.
going into the shop in fucking tuxedo and you're like, fucking get out of your
I'll tell you what
pajamas,
they're
you trump.
acceptable for. Christmas Eve
Yeah.
in the evening, but then don't be sleeping in it. Like.
Yeah, I'll walk about the house in pajamas.
No, we're
Love down
pajamas
about the
in
house in
bed. They're
pajamas.
comfy. That's
No.
what they're made for.
No, not as a man,
it's
like.
not as a man.
Sorry.
Have we Paddington pajamas, like?
Get them through.
I did, I.
Paddington expert now.
Oh, yeah.
We call back the last week.
No, yeah, but I have loads of pajamas. I love pajamas, mate.
Do you?
Or a onesie, a wee Pikachu onesie.
Too warm.
Is there feet on the onesie?
Yeah. Just feel
That's
like a
too
big,
much, man.
feel like a big baby.
That's too much. That's claustrophobic.
Nah,
I'm actually freaking out thinking about that.
I like weighted blankets, and so I like being like smothered to go to sleep. No. I like the feeling that I
You
can't
like being
move.
smothered to go to work.
Yeah.
Awake too. You dirty wee bastard.
you awake?
You fucking-
Come here, you.
I'm emotional.
Sorry for your loss.
You fiend bot. The Protestants have wakes.
No,
Yeah.
I think they're weird.
They are fucking weird. I
Thank you.
used to go out with the Protestant and I didn't realise how weird wakes were.
Yeah.
Until she was like, "This is fucked up."
Yeah.
That you're staring at a dead body for 3 days, and I was like, "Aye, but we're drinking too." Like,
It's too long.
But that's.
have you ever been? Have you ever been? I was at a wake one time where it was 5 days, and that's way too long because stuff starts to
I think a
change
day.
colour and all.
A day's all good.
I would have a.
I think having the body out in general is mental.
Agree.
It's mental.
I
think always
see why people do it though, because it does help the sort of grieving process.
Yes,
Because by the time you're finished with the wake, you're almost like, "Let's get this fucker in the ground."
Write a
Over.
poem and have a whiskey. Don't fucking display my fucking uncle's body in the living room.
You don't display the whole body, just the face, really.
I'm a big fan of
When
like
we
do
Disney?
whatever you want to do, but I personally don't like to see the body. And I remember at my granddad's funeral, the body like open casket in the living room, and all my cousins, aunties, uncles, everyone's sort of going in and out of the room, and I was like, I don't want to see him like that because if I think of him, I remember him alive. And I was like, I'm going to sit up. There were so many people in the house. I was sitting on top of this, like halfway up the stairs, way out of the room, and I was just like eating some food at it. I was like, I don't want to see that. But my granda had a big nose, so I remember looking into the room, being like, oh, I'm glad I'm not in there, and just seeing the top of his nose.
It's like a shark above the water.
And now that's my last memory of him, his big dead snout. Like,
I remember my auntie died a couple of years ago,
and by the way, fuck you.
What did I do?
Because you see your wee tail in the corner of your mouth.
What did I do, mate?
When I said my granddad had a
to be
big
fair,
nose.
I went full poker face, being like, "Willie, take it from here." But see, I had an auntie that died a couple of years ago, right? And I kind of like the wake bit, because I do think they're good crack, and although they're sad,
Mickey shows up,
but they're always
spring
funny.
break.
Man. They're always fucking funny. But we were like walking behind the coffin, and I was like,
Sad day.
but I've sort of been nice to her. I was like, "She looked well, didn't she?" My mum went, "She didn't look anything like herself." And I went, "What do you mean?" She went, "Her fucking mouth was closed. That cunt never shut up." And you're walking behind a coffin like, "Good one, man." Fucking, oh, joking.
You're
Yeah.
carrying it as well. Fucking
I
dear
know.
God.
No, I don't like the open casket thing. Not for me.
It's because I've had it explained to me, and they're like, it's just it's to protect the body. I'm like, no one's stealing it.
It's the idea, I think, is it something to do with getting because you're meant to keep a window open. So old school Catholics would keep a window open, and the whole thing is like it's to let the fucking soul out of the house. It's probably to keep the smell out of the house too, because I don't think they had much formaldehyde back in
Yeah.
the famine.
Smell of the souls.
Yeah, because their feet are stinking.
Also, that's some fucking double glazing you have. If a soul can't escape through it.
Formaldehyde is like the final boss of like Irish female names.
Yeah, formaldehyde McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
But I know I love a good wake. I do think there's
There's something about it where like, especially when people are trading stories and stuff, like there's something comfort like
and it's
great
like you're
about
not
that.
supposed to be laughing.
Yes.
So when something funny does happen,
Yeah.
you end up in fucking stitches.
Someone's got to
Like,
take the first hit of being the first one to laugh, and
Yeah.
then the gates are open. Like,
I've told you the story when my auntie died, right? So she had no kids, and we were all there, like to look after her for a couple. So we're taking shifts looking after her and stuff. And there's a point where, and it's this is traumatizing as fuck. When you see somebody taking their last breath, you're like, fucking hell, this is mad. But then you think it's their last breath, but it isn't, right? So at one point, my auntie was like, and we would all be like, and then she'd breathe in again. We're like, fucking hell. And this is fucking, swear to God, it's true. My other auntie, her sister, was like, right, go on you on up now to heaven, see mommy and daddy, you're going to be okay, right? And she breathed out. Swear to fuck, my auntie looks at us like, and she breathed in again. I mean, she goes, would you go on? Fuck you. And then we were all howling laughing, and then she died. And we were all like, what are you doing? Fucking great.
she's
crack.
telling him in the afterlife. She's like, "You want to hear
Oh,
these
you
bastards?"
fucking
Right?
roast. Speaking of roast, you're not up here, pet. Where you go?
Was it a roast?
Your last
Did she
word
get
you ever
roasted?
hear is, would
I
you
reckon she's
fuck
getting
off?
roasted now. Like,
No, I mean, did she get
she
cremated?
wasn't hungry towards it. No, buried her. And that was another funny one as well. So they told the priest, like, because none of us go to mass. Nobody goes, hasn't been for like 20, 30 years. But during COVID, my auntie tried to learn Italian on Duolingo, but she did like 2 fucking Duolingo lessons.
One kiss is all
Right,
it
but
takes.
the priest found out about it and didn't tell us. The priest was a like fully trained opera singer, right? And so at the graveside, he just breaks into Italian opera. We didn't know about it, so once again, we were all fucking howling, laughing. Like my other auntie had her face in her husband's back, pretending to cry.
Yeah, it takes nothing from something like that. It takes nothing.
Yeah.
To really get
At
the
a
giggles.
funeral too, that's such a bad time for the priest to be like, I'll be doing lessons, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I'm gonna send her away.
It was the same thing with Godfather too. It was pretty fucking nasty.
Well, he did the monologue.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. You can't get out of this box anyway. You can't refuse anything. You come to my house the day of my auntie's funeral.
I want that guy, when I die, I want that guy who did Liam Gallagher as a body was being
Oh
buried.
yeah,
You ever
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah.
No.
Oh,
There's a
fuck.
video of it, like they're literally like putting
10 out of
dirt
10.
in a coffin. He's dressed up as Liam Gallagher doing fucking hold on, don't be scared. I want that. You have to do that at my
Yeah,
funeral.
I will.
Good.
Dude,
Okay,
it's
I swear I'll do it. Oh, oh, Shion. Hold on. Put your hand out for a high five. Yeah, got it,
No,
got it.
no,
got it.
no, you didn't.
Did I touch your hand?
Nope.
Don't lie. I
Didn't-
forgot you
didn't
can
touch
lie without.
I forgot you can. I'm the one guy who has that.
He's a
ability.
fucking rat. What would if like? Do you want to be buried, cremated? Fucking, what's your?
What I want is at my funeral, I want them to hook me up to wires and like zip me across the.
Like Pink at a
yeah,
concert.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get down,
Like,
William.
like Owen Hart, just drop you across. You can't feel it.
Why don't we dig like, and then a hole, and then try and drop you into it
Yes, like
from
a
a big height?
like a claw, like a reverse claw machine.
Yes.
Tie 20 quid to me.
Yep.
Do you
Trying to
ever
get me
hear
out.
Hunter S. Thompson how he was buried, and Johnny Depp helped organise it? So Hunter S. Thompson basically, I think he found that he was dying, had a party with his family, walked into the next room, blew his own head off because he was like fucking Hunter S. Thompson, but he wanted his
I'm
ashes.
going to nip off to the toilet here.
But he,
She gonna be long. I'm bossing.
This place is stinking. Dirty
fucking
bastard.
lad, you need to jiggle the flush. Fuck's sake. But
He didn't float.
he wanted fired out of a cannon, so Johnny Depp organised for his ashes to be, and they had a fucking, that was his funeral procession, was like just stoked a cannon full of his ashes and blew it across.
Can I say something I wouldn't normally say? I hate that cunt.
Johnny Depp?
No, Hunter S. Thompson. I was talking about him recently.
Do you?
See all this fear and loathing, all this mistaken. Oh, this is what he was. He would drink this at this. He would. Fuck up.
There's
If you were an alcoholic, that's how you drink.
Yeah,
I have a tequila at 12 and then a whiskey at 1. That's fully how you
and he would have his lunch at this time, and with it, he would have to have this and
a
that.
pill
and
and a coke, and there's a few things. I remember I was listening to a podcast about him recently where they said that like gonzo journalism, he also invented
The Muppets?
like but he also just was like, oh, you can just lie as well. So
Yeah.
he would just talk shit about people with a bit of truth in it. And you go, that's just talking shit, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I also think, what a cool dude. Like,
He's one of those when you're
no footing whatsoever.
when you're 14, he's cool, and then you get older and be like, go work in an office.
He's
you
that
fucking
guy. He's that
lunatic.
guy. He's that guy in your first job. The guy's a couple of years older. Oh, I had 6 cans of Carlsberger, 2 glasses of rum and coke. All right, mate.
Aye.
Are you listening off
There
what you
was a
drank?
story. Didn't he miss? Was it Ali Fraser or something like that? He missed. There was some Muhammad Ali fight that he was like, fucking this guy. It might have been one of the early ones, sorry, like the early 60s, 70s, whatever, where he was supposed to go and report on it and just went, this fight's going to be a fucking piece of shit. I'm not even going to bother. I just went and got fucked up. And it was one of the best fights of all time. And you're like, you're not even doing your job the way you're supposed to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Go there for an hour.
Yeah.
Fight's not that long.
yeah.
Well, who is it when he died? Tupac, when he died, and his friends smoked his ashes in a big joint.
There was some.
No,
who was
Keith
the Rock's-
Richards
Keith
said he
said
did,
a
but
line
then-
of his dad, didn't
But then he admitted he didn't.
Aye.
Also, something interesting about Keith Richards, and I don't know if it's Jagger as well, but you know the way they'd be known as like big drug guys, especially
Yeah.
back in the day. Keith Richards, like, I never did more than one line of coke.
Yeah,
During
I
a
seen it. There's a fucking
What a
brilliant
dick.
no,
Nerd.
But there's a brilliant documentary.
What a never done it before.
dick.
There's a documentary here about him. I think it was BBC 4, one of those sort of things. And he says something like, yeah, do you do all that stuff, or do you let people say you've done it and just ride on the mistake of the whole thing? And then as he's talking, a model comes in a bikini. He's like, I'll be in a minute. And then she just walks out and you go, I don't know what to think, man. That's genius. Like,
Yeah.
But those kind of rock stars are a different
They
level of
couldn't be
fucking like.
going, though, at the age they are doing what they're doing still.
Oh,
If
there's
they
no
had
way.
a really
Like,
party
even
then.
if you think like Rory Gallagher, who like fucking liver failure, and that was like a man who was drinking like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't like, and we've tried.
Yeah. But Ozzy Osbourne's the only one I think out of all of those rock stars who say they did mad shit, he's the one who actually did the mad shit.
Yeah, but the biting the bat off the head thing, he didn't know.
Biting the head off the
He
body.
thought it was a fake. What did I say?
Biting the bat off the
Did I say the
head.
bat off the head? Did I?
Stay still, boy.
Why'd you bring a cricket? But I'm not that hungry.
Yeah, like he thought it was a prop.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was an actual bat.
And then just fucking bit it. And then just kept fucking playing on. Alabama.
But he has a genetic condition that meant he could take more drugs than the average
Oh,
person.
really?
Like he could generally
ADHD?
handle more. What?
Eddie Hitchley.
It's something that his body can just handle.
Sharon, you know fucking mad.
I fucking love Ozzy Osbourne. Don't
Right.
like Sharon. Love Ozzy.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a... Well, I mean...
Ozzy.
Did you hear the story about her whenever she was trying to get him off either booze or heroin or whatever drug it was? So she took all his clothes off him and left him in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then found him in the hotel bar wearing one of her dresses.
There's a story he was on
You think a
tour.
heroin addict isn't going to be worried about walking about in their dress? Like,
He was on tour and got so fucked up he forgot Sharon was with him and he brought like a girl back to his
He
hotel.
took her to Japan.
Japan.
He went on a trip to Japan, forgot he'd taken Sharon, went out partying, as he says in his words, brought a check back to the hotel room. Sharon Osbourne's there, he's like, oh fuck, I forgot. And then Sharon Osbourne like knocked her out and
Knocked
then
her
hit
out,
him.
smashed a picture frame over his head.
class.
Sharon!
But you would, if you were Ozzy Osbourne, you would need a Sharon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You need some mad bitch who's going to be like, you think you're getting divorced? Fuck.
Her
you.
dad was a mad bitch or a mad cunt too.
Was
though.
he?
What's his name?
Was he their
Robert
Was
Maxwell.
he their
Was that
manager
her
or something?
dad?
I don't know.
Is that the name that rings a bell? But he was a fucking mad.
No, Robert
cunt.
Maxwell is Ghislaine Maxwell's dad.
Right. It's someone like that though.
But was her
We've connected it all.
yeah.
was her dad was he Ozzy's manager? Is that how they met?
Initially, yes.
Is that the correct behind
Yeah,
it?
Don Arden.
Don Arden, yeah.
Why don't we
British
start
music
the
manager.
afters with this?
Yeah.
We'll take this on
Bit
the
of Aussie
Patreon.
chat.
Patreon.com/LazyBoyz. We'll see you over there. Thank you for watching and enjoying this episode of Lazy Boys Podcast.
See you shortly.